Hey everyone. Well, it's a Sunday. It's easy like Sunday, and I'm just going to answer some questions. I made you coffee. There you go. Cheers. I love this new cup. I like the shape of it. And I'm loving the coffee. Maple pecan, Starbucks. I get it at Walmart. Okay? Okay, question. This has to do a lot with the video from 2 days ago. I know you're all writing in. These things need to be addressed because it can be so confusing sometimes. This is from Marie Line Jeweler. She says, I had a 1,000 watt EcoFlow. It died after a year. Then I got a 280 watts Bluetti, dead after a year. 2. Next, I'm going to try Jackery 300. Now the Jack, I will mention, I have one. I got it with the accompanying solar panel because I ran out of all solar panels that I could just put outside if I'm boondocking. And sometimes if I'm camping, I want to put my solar panel out. Because I want to, if I'm parked, I want to be in the shade. If it's in the summer, oh my gosh, I want to have some tree shade. If I'm up near Flagstaff or something, I want to have my van parked in the shade. But if I'm out camping or I'm out boondocking, I can pull out my solar panel and put it out in the sun. So that makes sense. That's when I want to put out my solar panel. One of my I used to have a whole bunch of solar panels. One of them, let's see, what happened? Oh, I gave it away because I had so many. I had some Okmos, but those stopped working. And so I bought the 300 Jackery, plus it has LifePo 4. There you go. There you go. So good job on that. Next, I have a letter from Jeff Tashio. Hi, Jeff. I do appreciate your comment. Utah Jeff here. Hi, Utah Jeff. While Jackery is a dependable system, it is old tech now. They take forever to charge, and they are not even in the same planet compared to Bluetti or EcoFlow. I know. See the confusion? I do not believe that Jackery is old tech. I'm going to disagree with you, Jeff, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree. I don't believe it's old tech. And why don't I think it's old tech? Look, my Jackery, let me just pull it over here. 500 Jackery, 500 watts that is. I bought this about 3 years ago, 3 years ago. It has lithium ion battery in it. But most of the new Jackeries have LifePo 4. I don't understand what you mean by old technology. Look, a power station is a power station, right? I mean, it's got probably a fan in there. It's got a controller. It's got an inverter. It's got the battery. And the new Jackeries have LifePo 4, which is a step above lithium ion in all respects. This does everything I needed to do. I don't know what other technology I would need it to do except to spin around. Now, you please leave me a comment, Jeff, because I'm gonna make light of this because I tend to make light of things because I find humor in things. But I don't need it to spin around and fly around and hang upside down in my van. I need it to produce power. I need it to grab power, and it's doing just fine with my Renogy 100 watt solar panel on my roof. I don't know what else I would want it to do. I mean, it's got a light. Some of these people put the lights over here. I have never used that light. What else? So I want you, Jeff, please, to tell me, it says on top of that, why would you pay top dollar for old tech? Please tell me what new tech there is, because I have, I'm going to say this, I've never been impressed with Bluettis. Never. I mean, they're not good on customer service, because I will mention Paul. Hey, Paul. It took a year, and it took letter upon letter for them. He just bought a new solar panel, Bluetti. It took forever for them to even respond to that. He had to go over their head, and he contacted somebody else, and they contacted customer service, then finally customer service. So that's not good customer service. And I will say that Paul has 2 Bluettis, and one of them is breaking down. I forget what it was. It wasn't showing something. It stopped showing the input and output. No. Bluetti, no. Now, EcoFlow, I know nothing about. I don't know what kind of new technology is in there, but this does everything I need it to do. But this is lithium ion, and I will mention that it's probably it's going to start cycling down a little bit, because these are older. The one over here, oh my gosh, this is like 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Seriously, that's 4 or 5 years old. It's still working fine. I get to switch them around. I don't know what else I want these to do. Now, if I'm missing something, and this is going to do something, new tech in another brand is going to do something for me that I'm missing, well, I want to know about it, Utah Jeff. Please let me know. I'm serious. I'm really serious about that. I'd make fun, but that's because, I try to be a comedian. I love comedians, and I love to laugh. Make me laugh, Jeff. Be funny and make me laugh. Okay, here we go. This is from, oh my gosh. This is from Resurrection Sunday. Ooh. She says, let me turn it this way. I'm asking this at the beginning, so forgive me, please, if you've already answered this. Do you know of or recommend any brands for cords, connect panels to generators? Any brands for cords to connect panels to the generators? Okay, I'm going to say right now, I mentioned how many times it infuriates me when somebody calls this a generator. This is not a generator, but I'll forgive you. But I don't know how many questions, even after saying it, you keep calling it a generator. Okay, well, I guess because Jackery even calls it a generator. What the heck? Maybe they do need to get better. Okay, so to connect the panels, the solar panels, to the power stations. Well, I think I see what you mean. If you we're going to get a Renogy, okay, and it only has the MC4 at the end, then you need something to connect to the MC4s that can draw it in here. And yes, they're called adapters. So what I want you to do, because I don't know what solar panels you have, I don't know what connectors you have. There's 3 main types of connectors, okay? So what I want you to do is find out what the name of your connector is. So you're going to go where you bought it or ask somebody, what kind of connector is this? Then I want you to find out this one, it goes in here. This is 8 millimeter DC. Okay. But you need to find out. So go on the website where you got your power station. Almost a generator. Your power station. Then you're going to go into Amazon. Get this. You're going to put, if it's MC4, put MC4 adapter cord. Just put adapter cord. Get that? Adapter cord. Your connector name, whether it's Anderson or MC4. And then there's another one. I can't think of the name of it. Yeah. And then put the next one. So if I had mine, what I would put in is adapter cord, MC4, 8 millimeter. Or just put dash 8 millimeter. Because I want one end to be MC4 and the other end to be the 8 millimeter. Okay, so seriously, that's what you're going to need to do. I don't know, because they're all different. They really are. So you're going to have to do a little investigation, okay? Now you say, I have 4 panels and 3 generators, and nothing fits together. Right, so you have 4 panels. Now, did you buy all 4 separately? Because not everything's going to be able to go together, right? It's, not, I don't know, because everything has a different connector. It just does. So I don't know whether just panels that you're going to stick outside, right? So you may need a whole bunch of adapters. I do. I seriously do. I have 2 different types of adapters. I have MC4 and 8mm, but also have MC4 and 5.5 millimeter. Okay? I still have that. I don't need it anymore because I really don't have my Okmos anymore. I really don't have those. Okay, and she says, I get confused with all the different videos showing fuses, inverters, and controllers. Let me clear that up. Okay, now let's go with Cheap RV Living Bob Wells. And anybody who's got the solar on top, it was done by a professional. Oh, that alarm always goes off. Isn't that hilarious? That alarm always goes off. What time is it? I think it's 4 o'clock. That means I need to drink water. Okay, so somebody with a build out, insulated, they got solar on top, they drilled hole, bringing down the cords. What they do, and it can be cheaper, but they have a controller. From the battery, from the solar panel, it goes into a controller, okay? And you just buy them separately. You buy a good controller. From the controller, it goes into the battery. So you have to get batteries. I believe, if I'm right, he used to go with golf cart batteries. And he had a few of them. So you have to store those. You have to find a place to store them so they're not bumping around. And it's a specific place, yes. A little container for them, right? Then from the batteries goes into an inverter. An inverter. The inverter inverts power into whatever source you need it to be, whether it be 12 volt, AC 110, a USB, DC, okay? Okay. So there's your component. The controller controls the amount of energy going in. It controls it so it doesn't blow up, I guess, Okay. I'm trying to make it simple like in a cartoon. I'm going to speak to you like you're a 6-year-old, right? So then it goes into the batteries. Now the batteries all have to be hooked together, right? They have to be, they have to be linked with proper cording. Then it goes into the inverter. Then the inverter, what they usually do is like the controller might be up here, right? So it has to be connected because you don't want a controller like flopping around, right? You don't want it flopping. So you're going to have to screw it in. Usually what they do is they put like a board and then they screw it in, they paint the board, make it all look all pretty, right? Then they have an inverter, and that has to be screwed in too. So here's where your inverter is. Now, pretty stationary, isn't it? There's where your inverter is. You got your inverter. Everything's going to be plugged into there. Everything. So you're going to have, if you got a refrigerator over here, you're going to have a cord going around and things like that. Usually if the inverter's here, you might have your refrigerator here and things like that. There you go. You got all the components. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I'm in a minivan, by golly, and I'm not going to be sitting there looking at a controller and then an inverter over here. I got things over here. How am I going to plug them in over here? I got cords going. No. That's why I like this. Utah Jeff. That's why I like these. These are pretty shiny. Somebody said, why do you spend so much money on these pretty little shiny things? Well, these shiny things make my life complete. because I'm in a minivan. I don't know. I know. Foresty Forrest in Canada. He had a minivan for years until he met, I think it was Chrome, and then Chrome got him into a regular van. But I thought he was still pretty cool in a minivan. You know what I'm saying? He had a little bit more character. Okay, so he was in a minivan, but he had this whole section off. He had a major build out. He had controllers and he did all that. That's fine. That's not my lifestyle. I don't want to build out. I like to be lounging around in my minivan. So I'm telling you why these shiny things make my life easy. I can move these around anywhere I want to. I can take it in. I can take this into my daughter's house or the hotel, and I can power it up through AC, the plug, the electrical plug, or my daughter's, whatever. If you are just strictly solar panel up there, and it's going to rain for 5 days, how you going to do it? How you going to do it? I mean, you don't have any solar coming in. You're going to be plugging your plugs into that inverter, and then nothing's coming out. Gals, what do you think? Do you agree? These make our lives complete. They make our lives easy. And guys too, we all have these things, these pretty shiny things. And I'm willing to spend the price. Controllers go bad. Inverters go bad sometimes, and you got to rewire them, right? Everything's in here. There's a controller in here. There's a battery in here. There's an inverter in here. The only thing you're missing is the solar. And I got that up there. Or a lot of you have it parked in the back of your van or something, and you take it out and you drag it out and you babysit it while it's outside. I'm telling you, these are not just pretty little shiny things. No, they're useful, and they have served me well. These two Jackeries cost me $500 each. Well worth it. I mean, that's not even paying rent for $1,000. That's like paying a little teeny portion of rent for 1 month. But these have lasted me 3 and 4 years. I find the tech to be on par, on board. I find them to be easy. I can move these wherever I want to go. Oh, I need an inverter over here. Well, let me put this here. But here, let's see, I got to plug everything into there. And it has to be there. It has to be, I have to look at it. If I want to do it, I'd have to put a board up, things like that. So, that's that. That's my standing on my soapbox. To me, this is logical. For me, this is logical. To me, it's logical. And for me, it's logical. And with me, it's logical. Yes, Okay, here's one more. This is from Lori Ann Faye. Okay. I so love you. Oh, thank you. In a healthy girlfriend way. Oops. Just friends, girl. LOL. I love and hate men. Yeah. It's sort of like men. I mean, don't be offended, men, but most women do. And most men say, though, they love and hate women too. Okay. Every day, okay, you just crack me up and your advice is so good. Every day, well, I hope you find this advice good. Every day I get closer to wanting to choose van life. I really like it that you explain stuff because some of it is confusing. Like this. Exactly. I think this was from my solar and getting energy for power stations and solar panels. That video. What I want and what I can afford are two different things. I clicked onto Jackery and am now bombarded with their ads. Well, that will happen. In fact, coming up, all you have to do is think about it, and they're going to read your minds, right? I want a power station built in the USA. Well, that probably ain't going to happen. I mean, don't even go there, because components are made all over the country. You might have controllers made in China. You might, I mean, I'm only guessing. I'm only trying to be, cute about this. But you might have the inverters made in Finland. You might have, no. And you got lithium batteries. No, it ain't going to happen. Sorry. It's not going to happen. Okay, my question with power stations is, how do they affect your health? They don't affect my health at all. They say not to sleep near your phone battery. So a power station? Couldn't live without power. Well, exactly. Look, my phones, look at me. I'm right here. My phones are right here. I'm sleeping right here. I don't have a large area here. Of course I have to sleep with my phones. I do 3 of them, but we're talking about cell service. We're talking about 5G, 4G, 5G. 4G, they say, isn't good to have, right near your head. 5G is probably going to be 20 times worse. They say it's going to affect our health, right? But my phone is by me because I need it by me. When I lived in a house, it was right by me. Because, I might need to make a phone call in the middle of the night, right? And so a power station, this doesn't have internet service, okay? Couldn't live without my power. So there you go. This doesn't have cell service. The reason they tell you not to have your phone near there because of the cell service or the Wi-Fi getting inside of your head, causing, crazy stuff. Yeah. You know how Google is. They get in your head and then has anybody noticed that Google not only... Seriously, okay. Not only does Google want to correct your spelling, correct your words, but it wants to it wants to add into your sentences. I don't know. Half the time I get done with a text, and I don't know what. So who wrote that? I didn't write that. They're actually thinking ahead of this is what you probably mean. And they'll change the next couple words after your word. I'm like, okay, Google, stop. Just stop it, okay? Well, what do you think? What do you think? I know that this has been a lot of talk about power stations and power and solar panels and things like that. But we need to have power. We're off grid, folks. We live off grid. We have to have power. And, we've got our solar going on and we've got whether we have batteries. I will add that I said something about when I was talking about the difference between, I don't really want a controller sitting up here and I really don't want an inverter down here. And I really don't want to be sitting there putting space out for a bunch of golf cart batteries. No. I love my simplicity. See, to me, this is simplicity. I'm willing to spend a little bit more for the simple life. I just have the simple life. Remember that show, The Simple Life, with Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton? I really did like that show. I thought it was so cute. I like Paris Hilton. I do like her. I don't care. People just want to make fun of her, but she's a good businesswoman. She's fine. She's fine with me. She's just a character. Yeah. I like successful women. I do. Pretty successful women. They're fine. And so I'm always on the corner. Yeah, I'm in the corner. I'm on their corner. Hanging out in the corner, yeah. Hanging out in the corner with Paris Hilton, right? I'm in her corner. I don't even mind Kim Kardashian. Come on. Yeah, people say she's just useless. Well, so are actors and actresses, and so am I. Aren't we all kind of useless in a way? Good businesswoman. I don't know what her politics is. I don't know where her religion is, but I'm telling you what, her and her family have really made something of themselves. And if that's what they want to do, they're good at it. I always say, if you're going to do something, be good at it. So I don't even mind Kim Kardashian. I'm a live and let live kind of gal, okay? Okay, well, we're going on. Boy, I'm just really giving my opinions lately, aren't I? Okay. I love you guys. I do. I think everybody's gotten a lot out of this Jackery, Echo Flow, Blue Eddy, all kinds of stuff. Even the ones say, do you know what BOGO is? I don't. I'm going to stick with what I know. And I'm just going to say it. I have never been disappointed with Jackery. I might down the road. I mean, who knows? I might, but I'm not now. And I haven't yet. So I'm going to stick with Jackery. I actually have that 300 plus. It's in my storage. I'm just keeping it in there because I don't feel like carrying it around. That 700, that 300 plus, the LifePo 4 is just there as a backup. It's there as a backup. So, okay. Please subscribe, and it really helps me out. I hope you enjoy my videos. I love spending time with you. And I just like to say it how it is, what, in my opinion. But I know I'm not the only one with this opinion. You know, I know that there are other people with other opinions, and I respect that, unless you're going to be a jerk in your comments, okay? You weren't a jerk, Utah Jeff. I mean, I really appreciate it. I really would like you to tell me what other tech, what am I missing? Sometimes you don't know, you don't know what you're not getting. So inform me what I'm not getting from Jackery of the new tech in these power stations, because I'm always going to go power stations. Okay. I love you. I love you. Bye, everybody. Till next time. Till tomorrow.